Hi guys, I just want to go over with you how to set up a new class in RenWeb when you set up your gradebook for the first time. When you log into RenWeb One, you're going to get this screen, it's your intro screen to RenWeb One. But all the real work is done here in the sidebar and mostly in Classroom. So setting up your gradebooks, taking attendance, all that other stuff's done in Classroom. So when you click Classroom, it takes a minute to load sometimes. You get this view of your classes. Now, I've color-coded my classes. I can go through with you how to do that real quick. If you just click the pencil up here in the top corner, it gives you the options to go through. You can change the colors of all of your classes. I'm going to go in and work with my AP Science Lab. When you click the class, the first view that pops up is attendance. So you scroll through, and it gives you a list of all your students' names, and you can change their attendance codes here. All right. Then you can go in here. You can go through attendance, seating charts, communications. Gradebook is the one that we want to look at right now. Okay. So I don't have any grades in this class right now. This is a lab class. They don't actually get graded on. So I'm using it for an example. But the main thing you want to look for up here is the options. So when you click options, it gives you some options you can switch around in RenWeb One. You can change your grades from being calculated by points to percent or mixed. So when you click mixed, percent, or points, and you can decide to grade your class by term, semester, or year. All right, and it also will give you an option to go out to up to 3 decimal points on a grade that is displayed for you. I know a lot of teachers want just the straight up integer grade, and other teachers like to see it at several decimal points. You can go down here. Your default gradebook view will let you see what you log in to the gradebook first thing as. So you can log in as a summary, all assignments, classwork, homework, and labs, participation, project. Those are all my categories. Okay. You can cap your category grades at 100. So even if a kid's got an extra credit, they don't go above 100 average in any one category, or you can cap just your term grade for 100. And you can show how many possible points they've earned, if they've earned any curve points. And you can also treat missing work or incomplete work as a 0 for the average here. All right. It will also allow you to show letter grades here, so you can add categories for letter grades if you choose. And then you can add grading codes, and this is fun. You can add custom grading codes in here. So right now I have a P for pending, M for missing, I for incomplete, E for excused, and A for absent. You can also add in, any custom category. Let's just say not handed in. I can add NHI, and that is missing or valid or what have you. If you want it to count as an average, it's got to be valid. And I can say not handed in is 0% and add that as a category that's calculated into their average there. If you use standard-based grading, here's where you would set all of that up. And you can also copy this over. So once you set this up, you can copy this setup over to all your classes if they're all set up the same. Right. And so the next thing you look at are categories. If you have categories in your work, if they're not all in one category, you have to set up at least one category, even if all of your grades are just like a point system and they all go into the same class. You have to set things up. And I use a point system generally, but I set up categories anyway. It kind of gives kids and parents a good reference for what the assignment was when they come in and look at grades. And you can set up if it's valid for all of the terms or any set of the terms. So say you assign a project only in term 2 and 4, you can take project out of 1 and 3 if you choose. You can also weight it here. So if you're doing weighted categories, this is where you would type in your weighting for that particular category. I'm only doing points, so I don't have weighted categories. But, classwork may be 20%, homework's 10, quiz is 30, so on and so on. All right, and once you get all that set up, a big key thing to remember is to save your setup, because otherwise it's going to lose everything that you did. And once you've got all that set up, actually, if you go back into options and copy that to classes, won't just copy over this setup part. It will also copy over the categories that you set up for this class. So you can set up your categories in just one class and copy it over to all of your classes, or to multiple classes if you say teach multiple sections of the same course. All right, now if you're looking to add a new assignment, you use the plus up here. All right, and I will tap that, and I can add in an assignment from any of the categories I set up. Let's say I want to add in a homework assignment. Type in the title here, pretend homework assignment. All right. The date it was assigned and the due date are easily choosable from a pull-down calendar. And the number of points, if you're on a points-based system, you have to put in how many points it's worth. Let's say it's a 10-point homework assignment. Okay, then you hit save. Then it gives you an option to put in grades right here. So you can go in and put in grades. You can hit fill grades here. Let's just say everybody got 100. Okay, you can hit apply and save. Everyone got 100. You can go through and individually change those. Let's just say one kid didn't quite get 100. You can load attendance from that date. Just pick a date. So what the numbers you put in here are the grades. If they were absent, they get a 0. If they were tardy, they get a 0. If they were present, they get 100. And load it. Okay. If you took attendance that day, this class hasn't met today yet, so I don't have attendance records to load. All right. And then it shows up here. Now you can still go back and change it from here. Okay, this column is your gradebook average. All my kids have 100 except the one kid. You can go back and change it here. If you just click the grade, you can change it in this setup as well. All right, so that's it for setting up a gradebook and inputting grades. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions.